two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Jackson on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. T.J. Yeldon unable to find a lane. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Bell. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Ben on third and long. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Jackson now. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Airing one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. Now a first down carry by Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got to...
Here we go. Let's go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell.
3 seconds. 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 3
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Bell, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set.
On 3rd down, that's Bell, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Underneath to Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steeler offense getting set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the Steelers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go now.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Three bud. Jack! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike 50. Gun! Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 28-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Over!
On second down, Collins. And some room to work. The 20. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Collins. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Let's go!
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A give to Bell. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Set! 180!
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the...
And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Wormley with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Big Ben with his 14th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. They go play action with Jackson. Quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Being chased out left. Hurt. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. The give is to Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they're through the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That's it, baby. Gun!
To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hayden Hurst with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger will throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it with Bell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Steelers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Caught left side to Crabtree. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On the counter, here's Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Pittsburgh,